Well, I think one, Mick Cronin's got to be scratching his head and sick to his stomach with what happened yesterday. At the end of the game, inbounding the ball, you never want to inbound the ball below the block. I mean, they'd had every opportunity to knock off North Carolina, and that was a difficult game, no question, for UCLA. But I still think UCLA is really, really good. I look at the end of the Michigan game the other night, call it what you want, very questionable call. If I was Dusty May, he's a better man than I am. I would have been losing my mind when they called that foul on a 4-point play to lose the game. I think Michigan's really, really good. And then Michigan State, Tom Izzo, you can never count this guy out. Mm-hmm. And what they're doing, and they're playing at a high level. And then I think Kevin Willard at Maryland. I mean, you look at the top of the league and the standings right now. I mean, this is going to be a lot of fun to watch coming out of Christmas. No question about it.
Kevin, how about you?
You look, I think the team that everyone's sort of forgetting about, and I'm glad McCall mentioned them, is Maryland. Like, they've played awesome. And they have 2 losses. They lost by 4 to Marquette in a game that was very much kind of 50-50 the whole way. Marquette is a top 2 or 3 seed in the NCAA tournament right now. And they lost at Purdue at Mackey, a game that was, again, very sort of 50-50. Maryland led, under 10 minutes to play. This team could be very easily undefeated. And they've been dominant when they've won. I mean, blew the doors off Syracuse. Now, this is a bad Syracuse team, but blew the doors off them, blew the doors off Ohio State a couple weeks ago. Derek Queen's playing phenomenal basketball, but I've been really impressed with Jacoby Gillespie, the Belmont transfer. He's really settled in of late, 4 straight games in double figures. How about this? Last 3 games, 21 assists and 2 turnovers. Like, it's hard to beat when you have elite point guard play, a stud big, and you're defending like they're defending right now. I think people really need to pay attention to Maryland in this Big Ten title race.
Jeff, I would like your favorite like that, but I would also like to hear, because you have such a cynical eye. You have an eye, right, for the cynic. Who do you not believe in? So give me who you like, but then give me who you don't believe in. That's one of your favorite pastimes.
Wow. I mean, I will say this: I don't believe in any of them completely. So I can be as cynical as you want me to be. There's no team that I feel great about in the Big Ten right now. And I don't think anybody can feel great about any one team, right? They all have flaws, and you could throw like 8 teams in a hat right now and make a case for all 8 potentially winning the Big Ten. I know it sounds insane, but again, Michigan State, you can make a case. UCLA, Maryland, like Sweeney said, Purdue, with the right matchups in the Big Ten, who knows, right? Oregon, we saw what they did in Players era. Illinois, certainly, they absolutely have a shot. Wisconsin looked great early. Indiana might have more talent than all of them. So I think Illinois has probably got the most overall talent. I don't think anybody can argue with that. But Indiana's got big talent and, more than $5 million in NIL. I think it's going to be a fun league to watch. If you're telling me, gun to my head, who do I have to bet the house that I do not own, because I don't own a house right now, on, I would say Illinois. Yeah, thanks. I know. I'm going to put this horse down after the show.
You're betting. You're betting Illinois.
Yeah, I would be betting Illinois. If I had to bet on one team, I would be betting on the Illini. But again, I'm curious to know, Sweeney, are you betting on Maryland? Is that the team? If I'm telling you, or are you taking the Illini? McCall, like where are you guys at with the team? Pick one here.
I think to win the league, I would probably say UCLA because of their path. I think who has the best chance to go deep in the tournament, to me, that would be Illinois or Maryland, just because I like their makeup, right? With Maryland, it's the point guard play, it's the size. With Illinois, it's Kasparis, it's size, it's shooting. It's Underwood's experience, going to the Elite Eight a year ago. Like, to me, if you're looking for who can be the most consistent and go win 14, 15 league games that it's going to take, that to me lends itself to a UCLA who is a manageable schedule, and Mick Cronin. Maybe Izzo at Michigan State. They're playing great. 2-0 in the league already. Like, those teams to me have probably a leg up in the regular season. But who do I think has the highest ceiling in March? I think that's when you start thinking about Illinois and Maryland.
Matt, who would you bet on? Who's your answer for a bet? I would go Oregon. I just feel like I get it because Dana just doesn't. Right? Yeah, I mean, we did this whole thing and nobody mentioned the number 10 team in the country. And again, I get it. He's not exactly the most charismatic coach in the world, but he wins. I mean, the guy wins.
The guy wins, no matter where he is.
Come on. He is charismatic. He's very charismatic.
The other team we haven't talked about is Penn State. I mean, Mike Rhodes, Penn State, we haven't talked about them at all. You know, Ace Baldwin is 30 years old. I mean, Ace Baldwin, I was coaching against him at UMass. I haven't coached in 2.5 years. I mean, the guys continue to pickpocket guys and make plays on the defensive end of the floor. Man, it's hard. And I think if UCLA won that game yesterday, and there's probably 5 possessions that you could point to where you're just scratching your head for them, and we know Mick Cronin is scratching his head on that 7-hour flight back from New York out to LA. I mean, they should have won the game. 100% they should have won the game. RJ Davis misses the free throw, and then the inbound pass when they inbounded the ball below the block, and they turn it over right there, but they still had, you know, multiple opportunities and multiple chances to win the basketball game. So had they won it, I'm with Sweeney. Hey, UCLA, they're already sitting here 2-0. They have a favorable schedule. This pick makes a lot of sense. I'm not giving up on Michigan. I'm not giving up on Dusty May. The 4-5 with Vlad Golden and Danny Wolf and how he's utilizing those guys, executing and running that 4-5 pick and roll. Look, Danny Wolf went to a prep school in New England. You never would have thought watching him in prep school that he would be the player that he is right now. I mean, the guy's a point forward, and he's a mismatch problem. I really think Michigan is – I think they have a chance. But to Goodman's point, and we never want to agree with Goodman, but it's hard to pick one. You know, Illinois with their talent. Indiana has all the talent. Northwestern with Martinelli and 20 points a game and mucking the game up and, you know, defending and all this, you know, it's – and Purdue. I mean, Matt Painter. I mean, how do we ever count those guys out? But I think if UCLA would have won that game yesterday, 1,000% I'm saying UCLA.